Hey, what's going on, Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Suns tonight. First off, I had to point this out. My apologies for my last live stream. For some reason, was having internet problems. I hope this time around I don't have any internet problems. If it does happen again, guys, I'll probably find a different location in my house to do my live streams. But at this point, I just want to apologize to every single one of you for the recent cut on my live stream against the Nuggets a couple of days ago. But I hope this time around my live stream will be very good, and I'll get all what I have to say out tonight against the Lakers versus the Suns tonight, and all that. So uh, let's just get right into it, guys. I mean, with this Lakers loss, I mean, this was another same scenario what we witnessed from the Lakers against the Nuggets a couple of days ago. It's the same scenario. The Lakers only scored, I believe, what 20 points in the first half or something like that. I mean, I might be mistaken. I might be totally mistaken by it, but this was another same scenario of what we witnessed tonight at the Lakers. And on top of that, you lose in your first ever loss in the NBA in season tournament matchup. I mean, the I guess the streak has to end somehow, but you know, it's just not the moment for the Lakers to lose in this particular manner, especially with their drive, what they were on when it came to this particular in season tournament vibe that they have been on for quite some time. I mean, they won the first ever NBA in season tournament cup, so it was just sad to see the Lakers suffered that tonight, and it's just another same scenario, same vibe, same certain situation. And what we saw tonight, it was pathetic. It was just all around not the best performance by the Los Angeles Lakers. And the second half of the game was another scenario. It's the same thing what we saw against the Nuggets a couple of days ago. The Lakers just fell under the pressure in the second half when they saw things were not going their way, and they just completely shut down in the third quarter situation. I'm not sure what they're feeling. I'm not sure what type of moment that started to happen, but for some reason, it just the Lakers are just not really snapping out of their drive that are this failed pathetic performances that they have been on for quite some time now. So right now they're on a 3-game losing streak, and right now, guys, the Lakers are in the same situation of what they were last season with Darvin Ham. Starting off the season after this loss, the Lakers are 10-7 as their record. They're still above 500, but at the same time, I mean, it's the same old problems that the Lakers have been dealing with since last season, and we already know about it. I mean, this is the same old roster. This is the same old team that we all know going into this season. But we thought, since the start of the season, things were going positive for the Lakers because they were feeling the vibes and the energy from JJ Redick, being a former player, understanding the players. I mean, he was only, he was only a player just 4 or 5 years ago. So, he understands the vibe of being in the NBA and what players go through. So, I mean, I just felt in that particular moment that, JJ Redick was the perfect, coach to be having on this team. And for some reason, it's just still the same scenario that the Lakers are dealing with since last season. I mean, nothing has really changed. Only the coaching change and just adding on our rookies that we drafted to this Lakers roster. And speaking of rookies, I mean, Dalton Connect. I'm not sure since he got, since he basically returned back to the bench role because of Rui Hachimura's return. the Lakers have started to lose games now. And now, is this a sign that maybe Lakers should, consider, having Rui Hachimura, coming off the bench and have Dalton Connect being in the starting lineup or something? Maybe he and JJ Redick needs to consider that, but I don't really think that's honestly the issue, to be honest with you, because when Rui Hachimura was playing for the Lakers and healthy, we were winning games also. I mean, we're on a win. I think we were on a winning streak at one point. So, with that being said, I mean, it's hard to say now. It's hard to say what's going on with the Los Angeles Lakers. Maybe this is the team that they always been, but they were just lucky in winning games at key moments, at key situations, and the energy and the vibes that Anthony Davis was on, and then LeBron James was on, or something like that. I'm not so sure what's going on with this Lakers team. They just have been nothing but pitiful to watch, pathetic to watch, and all I know is trades needs to happen or something, because at this point, the Lakers, this is going to be it's going to get worse moving forward, because if they keep this energy or this type of vibe that they're having right now on this 3-game losing streak. I mean, I know there's a game tomorrow, so I think it's against the Spurs. I might be mistaken, but it is another scenario where the Lakers. Yeah, it's the Spurs tomorrow on the road. So we already know how bad the Lakers don't play well on the road. So it's another scenario where the Lakers are going to deal with this type of ludicrous type of situation where they don't play well on the road, and it could be another scenario that they could lose more games moving forward if they continue to play like this. So um, I hope they buckle down and knock them some sense out of themselves and go, uh, you know, back into the win column, maybe, hopefully. But it sort of remains to be seen. It sort of remains to be seen at this point. So I'm hating this. I'm hating this right now, guys. And it's just you know, the Lakers lose games, and we already know what's the flaw that the Lakers are dealing with when it comes to losing games. But I don't know, these past 2 games now, it's not the type of losses that I just understand that why the Lakers are losing games. It's not their defense. It's not like that. Oh, we can point that out right away that the defense is not playing well, and that's why we need to add on another big and all that. So no, it's just for some reason third quarter, fourth quarter situation similar to the Nuggets game. Nobody's playing, nobody's showing up, nobody's bringing that energy or that drive to come back from a maybe 4 or 6 point deficit or something like that. I mean, for some reason, I just don't know what's going on with this Lakers team. I really don't know what's going on. What's going on with Anthony Davis? What's going on with LeBron? Especially LeBron. I mean, maybe Father Time is actually creeping up on LeBron James at age 39, who's going to be 40 in December. So maybe that's the reason. Maybe JJ Redick is not bringing a lot of energy to the locker room and being that, bringing that professionalism to the locker room or something. I'm not sure. I mean, there's something going on with this Lakers team, and it's just they just need to snap out of it and start winning games. Because I felt going into this game that the Lakers are mad and they're going to win this game against the Suns. And we saw, like, in the first half of the game, I mean, in the second quarter, things were going positive for the Lakers. But for some reason, things just didn't turn out the way it should have. Once again, similar game to the Denver Nuggets game. The second half, third quarter, the Lakers just completely shut down offensively, and they just allow the other team to just score on them and just gain huge advantage over them when it came down to it. And just it was just pathetic. It was just unbelievably pathetic to see how this Lakers team have been playing so far. I mean, since the Magic's game, I mean, the Lakers are just, you know, haven't really bounced back from that. I mean, they really didn't. I mean, I kind of felt going into the Nuggets game, the Lakers were going to not play their best basketball against them. I mean, I kind of felt that it was going to be a losing game, that particular matchup, because how well the Nuggets have been playing against the Lakers as of late. I mean, since the rise of Nikola Jokic. So, um, and Jamal Murray. So, at the same time, I just felt in that particular moment that that game was just going to be a loss for the Lakers. But when I saw the Suns game, I felt maybe things were going to be different. The Lakers are going to play angry. They're going to win and stuff like that. But it's the same scenario, what we witnessed against the Nuggets game. They completely shut down in the third quarter, which is kind of odd. I mean, the Lakers play better in the second half of performances than they do in first half performances, even though the first half of the game has not been the best for the Lakers when it came down to it. So, um, it's just another scenario. I honestly, guys, it's just same old problem that we've been witnessing for the past two games now from the Lakers. Something needs to change. Something needs to change. And don't get me started with our second unit with Gabe Vincent and D'Angelo Russell. I mean, they have been trash to watch for sure for this Lakers team. That's why trades needs to happen, as I mentioned. So for sure. So um I really don't want to get into the stat lines because, but we're going to get into it. And I'm going to read some of your comments. Let's read some of your comments right now from Samurai Beast Warrior. When will the Lakers win again? Remains to be seen, man. It remains to be seen at this point. They have a game tomorrow against the Spurs. They did beat them on the road before, and it was an in-season tournament matchup for sure. But the way they're playing now and their energy and just being very dull, especially how they're playing in the second half and third quarter situations, and the way Wemby has been playing, I mean, it's hard to say. If I had to pick the type of win column that they could potentially get, could be the Fridays. No, no, not Friday. That's the Thunder's game, and they're playing very well. They're number one seed in the Western Conference. So the best scenario could be the Utah Jazz. They are 4-13. It's a Sunday game, and I mean they are at home. I mean, no, the Jazz. It's a away game. I mean, Lakers are starting their road trip now. So, or no, my fault. They do return home on Friday, but then they go back on the road on Sunday. So, um, but yeah, I mean, it's another scenario that maybe the Jazz win. There could be a Jazz win there on Sunday, December 1st. There's another away game. The Timberwolves, maybe that could be another win, but it sort of remains to be seen. But is it because the team? There's a problem with this team right now. For the past two games, something is up. Not sure what's going on. Maybe Dalton Connect needs to be in the starting lineup again for us to start winning games or something. I'm not so sure. But it's so up in the air, Samurai Beast Warrior. It's so hard to tell right now how things could go on the Lakers' favor moving forward now, with them now on a three-game winning streak and losing badly in third, second quarter. No, sorry, second half in the third quarter situations that it's really similar to what we're seeing. Um, Probably last season, really, from the Lakers. I mean, like I said from the beginning, it's the same old team, same old problems, play badly defensively. The only alternative, and it's kind of sad to say it because, I mean, not really because, the Lakers do need to improve this Lakers roster, but trades. But at the same time, we have to think about it. The Lakers are going to be desperate to find trades, right? There's a 100% chance that teams are going to fleece the Lakers of their assets and only pick players that are red hot at this point when it comes to helping the Lakers trying to win games. And the two players that come to mind to me that could be trade assets, which I hope the Lakers don't, but it's kind of hard to say right now how things are going to go for the Lakers. But at this point, it's Austin Reeves and Dalton Kent. It's a sad reality because nobody's going to look for D'Lo. Nobody's going to look for Gabe Vincent. And, it's just another scenario where the Lakers, teams don't want the players that the Lakers are going to be offering, but more than anything, they will ask for Austin Reeves, Dalton Connect, and our first round picks, our two future first round picks, which could be another scenario where that's going to be the bargaining chip for any team that's going to be asking from the Lakers and if they want to trade with the Lakers. So once again, it's a tough situation. I mean, if the Lakers were winning, maybe things could be better for the Lakers when it comes to trades because most teams will be maybe looking at other players on the Lakers roster that could potentially make a trade with to improve the Lakers when it comes down to that. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say at this point, but there could be a possibility the Lakers could win tomorrow. But again, they have to get their act together and buckle down and somehow turn things around because it's looking very bad for the past two games now. Um, Even though they're on a three-game losing streak after that loss against the Magic a couple of days ago, so which was a heartbreaking loss for sure. So I think the Lakers didn't really recover from that for sure. So let's read some more here. Ghetto Rabbit, welcome to the live stream. 8 of 34 from the three versus 17 of 42. Yeah, I mean, the Lakers have been shooting very bad. I mean, last time I checked, Lakers shot 24% from the three in this game against the Suns. So they've been shooting very badly tonight when it came down to it. So Samurai Beast Warrior, can the Lakers win Wednesday? It's a possibility, but if they get their act together, then it's a possibility they can win it. But lately, for the past two games, third quarter, second half situations, the Lakers have just not been on their A game to win any games. Especially when it comes to the Suns tonight. I mean, this should have been a win for the Lakers when it came down to it, in my opinion. But I don't know. That's just me. Uh, but it's a possibility. But I think the Jazz win could be a potential win for the Lakers on Sunday, December 1st. That could be a possibility. But I mean, they do have a Friday's game against the Thunder at home, which they play better at home than they do in away games. So it is hard to say at this point how things are going to turn out for the Lakers if they continue this drive or this dullness or this patheticness for the past two games now that the Lakers have not played better on the road. So it's or just been playing lately for the past two games, as I already mentioned, when it comes to second half, third quarter situations. So it's hard to say. It really is. So Samurai Beast Warrior, do the Lakers win again when they play? Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, they can. I have a good feeling that they are. Utah is not a good team. I know they're not. I mean, I just said it. I mean, they were what was their record? 3-14 as their record now. So they're one of the worst teams in the Western Conference for sure. But at the same time, anything could happen. I mean, the lack of defense and the lack of bigs, especially now. I just heard that Jackson Hayes just got injured at the end of the game. So kind of tells you, will he be ready for tomorrow's game? And it's so up in the air. And that's why, for sure, Christian Coloco is going to be inserted into the rotation for sure. But still, the problem is the problem. The Lakers are looking for a big, and they can't find one until either December 15th or either at the trade deadline in February. I mean, the Lakers cannot risk all of those losses going into February for us to make a huge run if somehow we get another big or something. So it sort of remains to be seen. And plus, as I already mentioned, with teams trying to fleece the Lakers of their assets because the Lakers are desperate to improve this team. So At this point, it is just so hard to tell how things are going to turn out for the Lakers when it comes to improving this team and starting to win games, improving the areas of their needs when it comes to defense and all that. So it is hard to say at this point, but I think the Utah Jazz could be a win for the Lakers. But you never know. I mean, maybe they'll win tomorrow. This team is so up and down that anything could happen. A win in like bad scenarios is a win when it comes to the Lakers this season. So for sure. Uh all right, Samurai Peace Warrior. Should we fire JJ Redick? I don't think it's gone that far, guys. If anything, I agree with your second comment here. If anything, we should fire Rob Pelinka and then hire Bobby Marks. Or is it Bobby Marks? Oh no, not Bobby Marks. Is it the GM for the Warriors? The name escapes me at the moment. Not Bobby Marks. That guy is a analyst for ESPN. His name escapes me at the moment, guys. But um, the former GM of the Warriors, the guy's name escapes me at the moment. But I think he will come to me in just a little bit, probably. Or maybe you guys will probably bring him up. Yeah, there we go. Bob Myers. Excuse me. I saw the down here from Samurai Beast Warrior. Yeah. Bob Myers. If we fire Rob Pelinka, go after Bobby Bob Myers without question. I think he'll be a great replacement for the Lakers, and especially with the reputation of what we heard from Rob Pelinka for the past couple of years that most GMs don't really like. Rob Pelinka. I think if anything, people will like Bob Myers more than anything. But I don't know. I've been hearing that for the past couple of years. I think we all probably heard that, that but at the same time, um, if anything, going back to that question, should we fire Rob Pelinka? Yeah, but JJ Redick, no, I don't think we should fire him just yet. He hasn't really done anything for us to hate on him because we already know what this team is all about going into this season. The Lakers did not make any improvements to the Lakers roster for us to go after JJ Redick's job and how he's been coaching. I think he's been a great coach for the Lakers. I mean, if anything, I really think so. And most of you may agree with me on it. He has been nothing but great vibes of this Lakers roster. But for the past two games now, something has been not right with this Lakers team. So if anything, I mean, maybe Jay Direct needs to go back to the drawing board and see what went wrong for the past two games with the Nuggets and the Suns. The way the Lakers have not been that fiery in second half situations that we already probably seen from them for the past couple of games or since the start of the season, how well the Lakers play in second half games. So it is tough to say at this point um, you know, how JJ Redick needs to get back on track when it comes to how coaching this team. So, um, but if anything, if we need to fire somebody, fire Rob Pelinka and hire Bobby Mars or Bob Myers, excuse me, when it comes down to it. So that's just me, you know. And I think Daniel agrees. Yeah, fire Pelinka. Yep, for sure. Good to see you again, Daniel. I really appreciate you joining. Yeah, third quarter collapse. Yeah, it's been two games now. The Lakers have been a no-show in third quarter situations, even though they do play better in third quarter situations. But for some reason, it has been very bad to watch for the past two games now with the Nuggets and the Suns games so far. My hope is that they will bounce back tomorrow when they play against the Spurs, but it's kind of hard to say at this point. It really is. It's so hard to tell how the Lakers team are going to play moving forward now, especially how bad they've been playing in second half situations for the past two games now. It just seems like their heart is not in it for the past two games. I mean, losses are losses. I kind of go with the flow and just deal with it because how things are with the Lakers. But I don't know, for some reason, these two games with the Nuggets and the Suns past 2 games now, they have been very, like, it's so hard to find the words for it. It's been very pathetic, disgusting 2 games from the Lakers that I've been seeing from them. Probably the worst game performances so far this season from the Lakers. I could probably think about maybe the Detroit Pistons game, but in the beginning of the season, but I don't know, for some reason I just feel that these 2 games really, really hit like a nerve in me that I just felt so disgusted of how bad they've been playing for the past 2 games now. I hope you all agree with me on it. It's just that's how I feel when it comes down to it. When will Rob Pelinka be fired? It sort of makes me see because of the situation. If he can't find a trade out there to improve this team, either December 15th or from that particular date till the trade deadline, if he doesn't make any type of moves that will change our direction of winning games significantly, then he will get fired. If he doesn't make any of those changes. So but at the same time, Jeannie Buss, she's so close to everybody that anything could change her thinking when it comes to either keeping Rob Pelinka or either firing him for the sake of the team and hire somebody like Bob Myers, who I think will be a great candidate to replace him, if anything. I can't really think of any others that will potentially get that role. But at the same time, he's the hot name at this point when it comes to the GM role to replace Rob Pelinka. But it sort of remains to be seen at this point. But you know, like I already said, teams are going to fleece the Lakers for sure of all of their assets or just potential players that they could potentially get for sure for a potential trade. So it just sort of remains to be seen how things are going to turn out when it comes to trades and if there's going to be a buyer market for trades or maybe not. You never know because it's just so dry at this point that not a lot of teams in the NBA are going to be trading for something big to improve their teams because once again we go back to the off season because of the salary cap and how that changed. And some teams did not make the type of splash type of trades or signees because of how the market has changed because of the money reasons and stuff like that. It became so strict that even the Lakers, out of all teams, did not make any moves to improve their team. I mean, I think the Boston Celtics were in the same boat with the Lakers in the offseason. So just saying. I mean, they need to change it or somehow teams need to realize that, you know what, you can't just fleece the Lakers out of everything, when it comes down to that. So, it's just remains to be seen. It really is. It remains to be seen at this point of how things are going to be changing for the Lakers moving forward. So, Um, I'm going to get into the stat lines before I end this live stream. I didn't realize I didn't get into it, but I really do appreciate all the comments that I'm reading from here, from all of you, your frustrations and some ideas and all that. So, I really do appreciate all of you for joining me on this live stream. And once again, I said it in my beginning of my live stream. My apologies for my last live stream for cutting off my internet for some reason shut me down because of my frustrations against the Nuggets game. I mean, the internet cut me off. So, when it came down to that, guys, I just felt that the internet needed me to calm down because of my anger, my frustrations in that game. And it's a similar situation of what we witnessed tonight. Unfortunately, it's the same scenario. The Lakers collapsed in the third quarter and it's just something is wrong with this Lakers team for the past 2 games that they continue to collapse in the third quarter situations. They just completely fall apart. They fell apart. That's the bottom line. So let's get right into the Lakers stats. I think we really don't want to see it, but I really want to get into it just to give my thoughts about my analysis of what we saw in tonight's game. I think I spoke the gist of it, but we're going to continue more into it. So, without further ado, guys, let's just get right into the Lakers' loss to the Suns in the in-season tournament matchup, the first ever loss for the Lakers in the in-season tournament after winning their first ever um, um, NBA Cup for the NBA. I mean, the first to do it. I mean, that's just history there for the Lakers. So, but you know, they have to lose at some point when it comes to being undefeated in the in-season tournament. So, and that's what they did tonight, losing to the Suns, 127 to 100, losing a 27-point game, and that all began, as we already mentioned, with the Lakers' second half performance. I mean, it's a similar situation what we saw from the Nuggets game. The Lakers completely shut down offensively, and they only put up 18 points in the third quarter. Think about that. That is such a disgusting, way of losing the game when it comes down to it. I mean, total. I mean, the Lakers only put up, let's just see here. Yeah, like 30, yeah, like maybe 40 points in the second half. So that's totally unacceptable from an NBA professional team aspect. Okay, this is not college. This is not high school for you to, put up bad performances in the third and fourth quarter situations. Okay, totally unacceptable by the Los Angeles Lakers, especially in the third quarter. I mean, they completely got annihilated by the Suns because of their great shooting and the great efforts in this game. And there's a lot of scenarios that things could have been better for the Lakers, if anything. I kind of get it. If somehow KD or and Bradley Beal did not play in this game, there could have been a guaranteed chance the Lakers would have won this game. But at the same time, I mean, still, they should have brought the effort and showed up in this game. But unfortunately, they didn't. And it's the same situation what we saw against the Nuggets game a couple days ago. So, and once again, a pathetic, sad turn of events for the Lakers when it came down to it, guys. I mean, let's just look at the player stats right there. I mean, Anthony Davis led the Lakers tonight with 25 points, 15 rebounds, four blocks and one steal, uh, 10 of 19 from the field. So looking at that, I mean, he had a great performance, but it's just still his efforts out there wasn't that great out there for the Lakers. I mean, just seeing it right now, he had a negative 24 performance out there tonight, and just in general, this Lakers team, they just didn't play that well, in this game, and that all began in the second half when it came down to it. When it comes down to that performance by the Los Angeles Lakers, similar situation what we saw from them against the Suns a couple of days ago. So it's just very unfortunate of how things turned out for the Lakers at that particular moment, and it's just something is wrong. They just need to buckle down and turn things around. Maybe, hopefully, when they face the Spurs tomorrow, or maybe when they finally get a win. Either I don't think Friday against the Thunder will be a win for the Lakers, but you never know. Maybe things will turn around by then. But we just have to wait and see. But maybe they'll get a win on Sunday for sure against the Utah Jazz. So that could be a possibility, but we just have to wait and see about that. But numbers wise, when you look at it, Anthony Davis had a great night, but at the same time, when you were actually playing the game, things just didn't look good for Anthony Davis. But at the same time, I mean, he did put out those numbers out there, so it's just want to put that out there. Rui Hachimura, 7 points. Like I already mentioned before, I mean, it's great to see that he's back and in the starting lineup. But we were winning some really good games with Dalton Connect, and for some reason, Dalton Connect is not putting up the best numbers coming off the bench. But when he is starting for the Lakers, he puts up 19, 20 points per game type performances. Shooting percentages goes up for Dalton Connect. I mean, he becomes a whole different type of player when he's in the starting lineup. So I don't know, maybe JJ Redick could consider Dalton Connect in the starting lineup, but we just have to wait and see how things turn out. I mean, maybe you know things start to turn around for the Lakers maybe tomorrow against the Spurs or something like that. Maybe moving forward things start to turn around for them, but sort of remains to be seen at this point. But I don't know, just saying. I think everyone is speaking that into existence when it comes to the situation of what the Lakers are dealing with when it comes to um, how things turned when Dalton Connect got benched for Rui Hachimura, which to be fair, we have been winning games and went on winning streaks with Rui Hachimura in the starting lineup. So let's just be, you know, honest here, with the situation. I mean, it won't make any difference, in my opinion, if we had Dalton Connect in the starting lineup. But you never know. Maybe try it out. Maybe we'll win games if Dalton Connect is in the starting lineup or something. Maybe he'll bring that shooting aspect to the Lakers and the offensive repertoire that he brings to the table for the Lakers, and maybe it'll help us win games. But we just have to wait and see. I mean, maybe things start to turn around if the Lakers continue on this losing streak that they're on at this particular moment, and maybe things will turn around. But we just have to wait and see about that. But you know, not a great performance out there for Rui Hachimura. LeBron James, 18 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, 2 of 7 from the three. I have to say, guys, first half of the game, LeBron James was not at his best, to be honest with you. He was still he was kind of been showing his age, for the past 2 games now, especially against the Nuggets. So, if anything, I mean, I'm not trying to say that it's creeping up on him when it comes to father time, but at the same time, there's some glimpse of it for sure. So maybe he will bounce back and maybe turn things around for him, maybe. But we just have to wait and see. Cam Reddish, though, 0 points, 2 rebounds, not the best out there. 2 steals, not bad. But at the same time, I mean, he hasn't been his best so far for the past couple of games. But I don't know, maybe things will turn around for him against the Spurs maybe tomorrow. But we just have to wait and see. Um, I'm going to be honest here. I was very impressed by Austin Reeves' performance in the first half. He really showed up at moments in the second quarter where the Lakers had an opportunity to gain the lead a couple of times because of his shooting efforts and how well he's been playing. So let's give him credit for that. But then the second half, he was just no show with the rest of the Los Angeles Lakers. But let's give him credit for that. First half performance in the second quarter, Austin Reeves really stepped up to the plate when it came to his shooting efforts and how well he played offensively for the Lakers. So let's give him credit for that. 15 points out there tonight with 3 rebounds and 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 of 6 from the three out there tonight. Our second unit, though, guys, you know, D'Angelo Russell, 15 points for the second unit, but he he played badly. I mean, let's be honest. He played badly. I mean, shooting very bad for this Lakers team so far this season. I mean, I'm so done with him. I'm really am. I'm so done with what D'Angelo Russell has been putting up for the Lakers so far this season. And at this point, he doesn't really care if he's traded or not. At this point, I mean, last season he probably cared a lot, but then when it comes down to it again, he kind of hears it again, and it's like, you know what, I'm done. That's the type of thing that we kind of are seeing from uh, from D'Angelo Russell as of late when it came down to his performance so far this for the second unit. I mean, at first it was looking great, but for some reason, I guess he's like feeling the effects that he is going to stay in the second unit instead of being the starting point guard for the Lakers. So I guess he's just feeling salty about it or something. But you know, it's just it's just what it is. I mean, if your shots are not going in and you're not being a productive player for us in this starting lineup, things are not going to go according to plan. So, at this point, you're going to stay there probably for the rest of the season if you keep it up. So, this is the reality. This is where he's at right now. And it's because of his failures um, so far this season. So, let's not get into Gabe Vincent. He's already trash as it is. I think he should potentially get uh, get traded. Hopefully, I mean, do something. I mean, if anything, bring in Quincy Oliveri or something. I mean, I still feeling it. Most of you still feel that way. Quincy Oliveri should get an opportunity to be part of the Lakers rotation and have some opportunities to play. But I don't know. At this point, Gabe Vincent has some sort of hold on this Lakers team, so he has to play, I guess. So uh, had 3 points, shot 1 3. He did shoot an air ball from the three, so from way out. I mean, I don't know what was his mindset. I think it happened like in the second quarter or something. I might be mistaken, but pretty bad performance from there by Gabe Vincent for sure. And just the rest of them. I mean, Dalton Connect though. I don't want to put too much baggage on him of how he played, but kind of tells you how different a player is when they're starting than they are when they're benched. I mean, things completely go pretty badly for sure. So um, maybe he needs to start again for us to win games, but it's sort of remains to be seen at this point. So. And then I already mentioned with Jackson Hayes, he did make his return tonight after being out for a week due to injuries. He did have 7 point performance with 4 rebounds, 1 steal, but that alone still wasn't enough for the Lakers to win games, especially in the second half and the third quarter where they completely were no show in the third quarter. But sadly, he got injured again. Unfortunately, there's a guaranteed chance that he will not play tomorrow for sure. So it's sort of remains to be seen of how the big rotation will look like for the Lakers moving forward. Um, no doubt Christian Coloco will be uh, the backup for Anthony Davis for sure due to Jackson Hayes' injury tonight. So um, it's still hurting the Lakers for sure when it comes down to that area of their game. And that's why we're still speaking this to existence. The Lakers need to trade for a big. They need to find a better big to back up Anthony Davis or start next to Anthony Davis so he can play power forward or something. It is same scenario. It's the same scenario what the Lakers are dealing with, and it's just been sad to watch for sure. So, but yeah, I mean, guys, that's the gist of what we saw from tonight's game. It was not the best for sure. If anything, Lakers just need to buckle down and you know snap out of it, snap out of their drive that they're on, or the slump that they're on for the past 2 games, and start to win more games now moving forward. Because if they want to stay above 500, where they're at right now, I know they're 10-7, but the Lakers were 10-7 last season with Darvin Ham, and see how that turned out. The Lakers only, they struggle defensively and they win games what they can, and it's just a scenario where um, trades needs to happen for us to improve that way, or they just have to waste another season and see what's available for them in free agency for us to happen. But that's a ways away for us to be talking about that. But those are the only alternatives to how to improve this team. So it's just sort of remains to be seen how things are going to turn around for the Lakers if they continue this slump that they're on so far. So hopefully things will turn around for them. Hopefully they will, because it just sucks to see the Lakers lose games when they're lacking passion and lacking the ability to to win games if they are not all in it to win it. So it is it just sucks to see for sure. So let's read some more comments here for on this live stream. From let's see from Daniel. Better bounce back versus Spurs. Yeah, I mean, I hope they do. I hope they do. But it just sort of remains to be seen at this point. So uh, it's very hard to tell of how the Lakers are going to play every single night because it's because we just don't know. I mean, the Lakers are the same old team that they were last season, and it's just any win at this point this season is a win. Okay, no matter how ugly it turns out to be. And I think it's another scenario where it is the Spurs. It could be a win for the Lakers, but at the same time, the last game when the Lakers played against the Spurs, they were struggling in their own right in that particular game, in that in-season tournament game, ironically. So again, it's so hard to say how things could turn out for the Lakers if they continue to uh, play the way have they've been playing for the past couple of games. So anything could happen. I mean, maybe things will turn around for them. Maybe when they play against the Spurs tomorrow, or maybe when they play against the Thunder, which is a long shot. I don't see that happening, but maybe the Utah Jazz game. Maybe that'll be a win for them for sure. But we just have to wait and see about that for sure. Uh, Let's read some more comments here before I end this live stream. Lakers should trade for Zubac. The Clippers are not even going anywhere. They're not going to do it, and even the Clippers are not going to trade with the Lakers. The Lakers made a mistake by trading Zubac. Uh, they could have just kept him and developed him, and he could have been an amazing Lakers center for the Lakers. But for some reason, the Clippers fleeced the Lakers out of Zubac, and what did they get in return? I think the guy's name escapes me at the moment, but didn't they get a second round pick in the trade as well? I might be mistaken, but I don't know. For some reason, they're not going to do it for sure. The only team really that I think the Lakers can make a trade with is the Washington Wizards, which they had great success in the past with them. I mean, Rui Hachimura, great example, and Russell Westbrook, even though that was a bad trade on their end, maybe not the Wizards' way because they got Kyle Kuzma in the trade. But I don't know, maybe third time's the charm. Maybe it will work better out for the Lakers by getting um, Jonas Valanciunas, maybe hopefully. But we just have to wait and see. But Zubac, I don't see it happening from the Clippers for sure. Should the Lakers be boycotted by the fans until they get wins? I think they already are. I mean, for sure. Um, but yeah, I mean, if that's the case, for them to reach the Lakers managements and Genie Bus for them to start winning games, I mean, why not? I mean, let LeBron James hear it, let Anthony Davis hear it, Genie Bus, the owners, all of them. I mean, all of the Lakers organization. Uh, for that to happen. I mean, I have no problem with that for sure. But you know, at this point, anything could happen. Anything could happen. But I like that idea for sure. Samurai Beast Warrior for sure. Thank you. And I want to thank every single one of you for joining me on this live stream. Once again, thank you, Samurai Beast Warrior, Daniel, Ghetto Rabbit. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate all of you for joining me on this live stream. And once again, apologies for my last live stream. My internet decided to cut me off, and because of my frustration against the Nuggets game. So, the internet shut me down. So, I guess they didn't want to hear my truth and my anger towards the Lakers' loss against the Nuggets. So, but it worked out great tonight. 50 minutes in, so I guess the internet wants me. So it is what it is. So I really want to thank all of you for joining me on this live stream. Let's hope the Lakers will bounce back tomorrow, maybe, hopefully, when they face the Spurs on the road. So you know, let's just hope they do, because they had to bounce back from this 3-game losing streak and start to you know grab some wins now and be a threat in the Western Conference. Go back to the original selves when they were winning games, going on win streaks. They were on a 6-game winning streak at one point. I mean, it was such a great time. It only happened a couple of days ago. So, it is something that I hope the Lakers will bounce back from. Hopefully, they will lose the slump that they're on for the past 2 games and start to win games. And Anthony Davis will have the passion of being MVP caliber performances moving forward, and just, I don't know, lose the slump that he's on with the rest of them. So, let's just hope for it. Hopefully, the Lakers will bounce back. I really appreciate all of you for joining me. I really do. And please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. If you haven't yet, guys, the links will be in the description to join me at all of my social media sites. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.